Hey, 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 this is your AI recap Auntie. Hey, y'all, hey, this is AI Shar. We're here to do a little talk on the front porch to talk about this week's episode. So we are here first. Again, whenever you see me appear on the screen, that means that somebody has blessed us this week with a super thanks or super chat. They took money out of their money to bless me, and I truly do thank you. So we want to highlight our wonderful rascal today. Her name is Wente Talk. Hey, Wente. Hey, girl. She says this episode was so good and heartbreaking. I actually felt bad for Vanasty, but I don't think he really is DOA. They need a show. They need to show a body. So that's what Wente talking. She blessed me with the super thanks. So thank you so much, my love. Thank you so much. And so the next voice you will hear will be a voiceover of the real Auntie Shar. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much. And let's go ahead and have a good time. All right, we are here to read some of the comments, or at least all of them. I think on the last front porch, there was some comments that were not shown, or at least some people might have deleted their comments. I don't know. So if I skipped any of your comments, y'all, I apologize. I normally try to look at my comments on my computer, and sometimes it just depends on if YouTube hides them or not. I hide my family's comments. Now I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I don't want them to be hiding y'all shit. I want you to show what everybody's saying. You know? So I don't know what happened, but on the last one of the last videos that I remember seeing, like I just refreshed it and I only saw four initially, but now on my last front porch I had way more than just four. And it's like, wow, I just have to probably click the titles so I can see more of you guys' comments. So I'm gonna make sure that I definitely will start doing that on each video so that I don't skip anybody. So please forgive me if you don't hear me say your name. You be like, I know I wrote that bitch. It's because I didn't see it. There's certain titles, and I have to filter it out a certain way so that I can see it. So this is the real Shar, you already know. And so I'm going to go back a little bit. I'm just going to go back a little bit and hear some of the comments that were on the episode number 135 that I saw, and I finally was able to see it. And I'm like, okay, YouTube, y'all trying to play Casper the Friendly Ghost with my people's comments. So let me pause real quick, BRB. All right, it looks like I have to filter all of these from the published and then sort by newest. So it'll show me the most recent comment, and then it'll bring me more to the one that's more oldest. So I think that'll cover everybody's comments. So hopefully if this does it, that will be good. But anyway, all right, I'm gonna go back to 135 a little bit with the two different Dannies on the front. So we have NM985. Hey, NM says, LOL, I'm over 60, so yeah, we use cool points in front. And yeah, girl. Yes, I don't know if you're a guy or girl, so please forgive me. NM, thank you so much. But yeah, they said, I'm also said, Derek is ridiculous. He needs to tell Ashley that he has feelings in his damn legs. So what if she leaves him? So what? She's a flake, and that's what she does. Then he will know the truth. Smitty needs to calm the the bleep down. He's ruining their marriage. Martin will never get out of that doghouse. Right, the way he carrying on, I was like, "What, Smitty? Calm down. Go take a chill pill, honey. Go sit on top of your husband, okay? It's just too much." NM also says June did great with Samantha. She sure did. I agree. Nice people saying nice words don't always have the best intentions. Good comes from the heart. That's right. You better say that, NM. NM always also says, why didn't people like that previous episode? We needed that comic relief, and I loved it. I don't know. Some people really did not like it. They thought it was just too silly. But we needed that. We needed that. Like I said, that bad Chelsea went through so much shit. And I'm like, we needed to laugh. We needed a little kiki and a hee hee. I don't know, but I loved it. I loved the fake Anita. She caused a lot of trouble, didn't she? NM also says, when you see Marcel, someone is about to see be sent to the upper room, baby. Adios, Doug. Of course, this is all before Doug got sent to the upper room, honey. Girl. Yeah, we got Angelica. Angelica says, OMG, OMG, you sounded just like Vanessa when you did her and Joey. Great impression. Thank you so much, Angelica. I appreciate you my love. Exotic Butterfly also says Doug is so reckless. He is about to FAAFO. I hope Brown Sugar Randy doesn't get hurt behind Doug's BS because Marcel stay ready to keep from getting ready. He sure does, doesn't he? It's a shame. I mean, Marcel, y'all know how I feel about Marcel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he does do bad things, but I swear, Randy might have to be the hero. He gonna have because he knows all of the behind the scene bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I just need for Randy to come and be the hero. I really need for Randy to come along and be the hero. We have Miss Welder 69 says, what if Marcel is Samantha and Tyrell's daddy, girl? He seems to be a bad cop. Okay, some cops do take advantage of the women of the streets. That I never thought about that, Miss Welder. That is a very, very interesting statement. That's a very interesting statement. She also says, "Oh yes, I watch Bold and the Beautiful. Luna is crazy, and Leslie is a piece of cake." Compared to her, really, that Luna, just me sitting there waiting to see that show, and I was like, wait a minute, you put a mask on to sleep with some boy who don't want you to pretend to be another Kit Kat, and he got you pregnant, and then now the girl is mad at you. It was just too much. Just the 3 or 4 minutes that I saw, I was like, I'm not getting myself involved in this. No, we already working with damn Beyond the Gates, and when Divorced Sisters come back, I'll be ready for them too. But that's it. I can't do no more. Angelica says Smitty is a selfish bastard. He didn't even care that he could set June back, or maybe he wanted to trigger her. Smitty and Nicole are just alike. They think the only way that something can be fixed is if they do it because they're better than everybody. The perfect mother-in-law and son-in-law team. But even Nicole is not going to like this mess that Smitty pulled on June, right? There was nothing healthy about that. Nothing healthy at all, honey. Nothing healthy. James replied and said, this post is exciting as a roller coaster ride, sis. The first sentence about Snitty Smitty rises really high and really fast. Whee! The second sentence saying the goddess and Snitty Smitty are alike is that deep and sudden drop. Whoa, sheep. I'm about to lose my whiskey whoop. I meant to say my lunch. That last sentence rises even higher and faster than the first sentence does. Stop this ride and let me get off this while the getting is good. Yeah, it was a lot. But that's what we do here. I mean, that's what we do. That's what we do. And then we have Skylar. She says something. She replied to Cynthia. She said, truly, Ted only knows about who chases after him. Right? Ted does. Cynthia had said back then, she said Ted needs to do the same with Kat and Martin. They had a lot going on, and he has no clue about the fact that Martin and Tyrell had a good conversation, but Ted never talks to Martin. Skylar also responded, and she says, yeah, he has to check on his grandkids, and he has yet to check on his grandkids in a month. He's horrible. Yeah, the only person he's trying to get close to is damn Eva. That's the only person that he's trying to damn get close to. Cynthia said on that video 135, did anybody see the menu? Yeah, girl, they got that damn chicken fried steak, Chesapeake omelet, potato salad, and them damn green sprouts. That's what they have. That's all from the top of my head. We got Peace Angel. Peace says, Smitty sure was raw. I didn't care for the way he spoke to June and Martin, especially after June shared some real wisdom with Samantha. Bruh needs to chill. Doug tried to get all swole up on Vanasty, but he just looks like regret and desperation. He should cut his losses, move on instead of being a sad sack of peace. We already know he's a piece of something now. Fish meals right now. Did they say they found Doug's body? Danny and Andre can't wait until they hit Fairmont Crest with their cigar band rings. This is old, y'all. This is way before we found out about everything. So I'm just going back and read some of the comments. NM says, thanks for explaining. Well, Peace Angel says, Mancala, okay, she's explaining Mancala is an African game played with beads and a board with cups. Got one for my boys when they were in school because it helps sharpen. It helps to sharpen math skills, planning, and strategy. Okay, bonus. It doesn't have winners and losers in the literal sense. I like that. Okay, thank you so much. Peace. NM says thanks for explaining because the game was new to me. I think I would get that for my sons. Thank you. I appreciate that because I had never seen that before. Peace says you're welcome. The beautiful board is also a conversation piece leading guests to play as well. Hope your sons love it as much as mine do. Thank you so much, Peace, for explaining that to us. Thank you so very much. We have James who says, for being as drunk as they were, fashioning their marriage certificate onto a perfect paper hat was quite the feat of drunks folks engineering. Okay, so that you wouldn't have did that, huh, James? James also says, well, all of the non-melanated peoples on the show actually managed to get on my nerves today. Damn, James. Even Jan caught a stray, and she hasn't been on the show in weeks. Normally, Ashley and Howdy Doody Dopey Derek are tolerable. I could take them or leave them. Today, it was a leave them. It goes without saying why Bonnie and Bawani and Vanasty are two of my least favorite on the show. But Snitty Smitty went below and couldn't get any lower, yelling at Martin and then June the way he did. If he causes June to relapse, I hope Marcel has something for his ass. Cause again, like baby girl said, look, whenever Marcel come on the screen, baby, it's Courtney's baby. It's Courtney's. It is Courtney's. We got Blaze. Hey Blaze. Blaze says Samantha asking her mother about boys. Lord, the blind leading the blind, baby. Because June is 2 fries short of a damn Happy Meal. James says, I don't know about that, but June was deep and thoughtful. She gave Samantha excellent advice. One of this week's spoiler is that June saves the day. Wouldn't be a surprise if June stops Samantha from making a mistake with Nathan in the nick of time. It makes me wonder, will she be looking at Dougie's son? He got a little attitude. He got a little attitude, baby. He came in there, he chewed a piece out of Joey and gonna be next week. He said, I'm suing all y'all asses. I'm suing you. I'm taking your liquor license. I'm suing everybody. I'm like, damn, Donnell, damn. Blaze response says, yeah, I wrote this before I heard what she told Samantha. Okay, all right. Thank you, Blaze. You ain't had to come back, baby. We understand. Jasmine says, Jasmine Williams 5565. Hey Jazzy, she says, Smitty was so out of pocket with June. Dougie is out of here. Right. We know that now, don't we? I think Joey is going to send him a message. He won't listen, and maybe he'll get a dirt nap. Yeah, he will. Or the message will be offing Randy and then forcing him to leave town. Well, we already know. Dougie is out of here for sure, breathing or not. Yes. We have Richard Campbell. I think he always says great show. Now, Richard, you're going to have to say more than just great show now. I think you just be saying great show on every video now. You're going to have to say way more than that, my love. Just so that I can read your comment now. We do sentences and paragraphs, okay? Okay, Jasmine says Danny and Andre proudly did the walk of big shame with heads held high and cigar band rings intact to face the music. Woo, that was a good episode. 135 was so good. It was so good. 134 and 135 was great to me. All right, so I went back to read some of the comments that I didn't get a chance to read in the last video. So hopefully, because I didn't see none of these. So like I said, I'm going to have to start filtering everything more better so that all of the comments pop up. All right, so we're going to go back to now our last front porch, which I got some thumbs down on. I was like, what the fuck? All I'm just doing is reading y'all comments. Like, who the hell? I mean, I still got a 96%. Normally I get 100. But I was like, who in the fuck would thumbs down y'all comments? That don't make no sense to me. That's stupid. Why don't you thumbs down the front porch? I'm like, that don't make no sense. But anyway, whatever. We have Ms. Welder 69. She said a couple of days ago, she said, I just noticed I watched it again. She did have a ring on her finger, but it wasn't on her ring finger. But then when they show her at the house, she didn't have on any rings on. I'm trying to remember who you're talking about. Are you talking about Vanessa who had rings? I can't remember, girl. I did that front porch like about a week ago. So I don't remember, girl. We have Crystal Waters. Crystal, she says, Shard, did you see how flat Ashley's bootay was in those jeans? Right, with them boots on. Andre, please forget about Ashley. She has nothing for you to hold on to. She says, I'm so sorry. I just don't want them to be together in any kind of way, girl. My man is a booty man, and if he would have saw that girl in her jeans, he would have been just he would have been like brother, bro, why are you chasing that? Why the fuck are you chasing that? Yeah, I saw her, girl. You could tell her shit, girl. You could tell Ashley nothing. Oh my God. Crystal also says, girl, what you talking about, Shar? Andre doesn't love Ashley. She doesn't challenge him and is easily impressed. Unlike Danny's type, he's used to. She'll bore him to death. I agree, girl. I definitely agree. I don't know why the fuck I said it. That boy love. I think he's infatuated with her. Danny is definitely his match, but I don't understand, girl. I don't understand where they're going. Like I didn't know that Dougie was going. I mean, like I said months ago, James was the only one who said that Dougie was gonna die, and we didn't see it coming. We didn't see it coming at all. We didn't see that shit coming. So I don't know, girl. I don't know what the fuck. You know I be talking shit, Crystal. We got Miss Welder 69 says, I've been going to menopause. Okay, for over 10 years. It really is kicking my ass. So maybe that's why I don't have the drive. Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, Miss Welder, you might have to go to your doctor, honey, and see if they got anything to help you, get back behind that wheel, honey. I hate that. I go through premenopause, like the night sweats. I can have the fan on me, all with pretty much sleeping without anything on, and still be wet, sweating up a storm. Just bed be wet, and I'm like, why? Then I try to turn my pillow over on the cool side. That don't help. I try to move it against the wall as much as I can because most times the wall is cool. That doesn't help. And I'm like, where this come from? I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like it. I just don't. She also says, Miss Water also says, I've never been allergic to anything my whole life. All of a sudden, I have spontaneous allergy, right? The doctor says kinds of like allergy to dust. Oh, so I take Zantac, the one that dissolves in your mouth because it works the best. Okay, all right. Yeah, it's like one day I could eat like peanuts, and then all of a sudden I ate peanuts one day, and it just makes my mouth bumpy. I think regarding my little rash on my arm, because again I don't have to do the show. I think the costume that I had, it might have been the detergent that was used to clean my robe in the costume, because I wore like a I had like a nightgown and a robe on, so that might have been it. But also, I'm thinking like it would have like messed up my whole damn body. So I don't even know, girl. I don't know where this is coming from. So I have my boyfriend got me some hydrocortisone, like a Benadryl cream to help the itchings because I don't want it to spread. So it's calming down. It's calming down, and also I stopped taking what was it? Some type of vitamin. Y'all know my brain. Some vitamin I stopped taking, so it might have been an allergic reaction to that too. I don't know. It's just only one part of my arm. It's on my left arm, like going up in a line. So I'm trying to stop it from growing, going up my forearm. But I think I'm good now. Right, it's like right above my elbow, and it's going down toward just a little bit right above my wrist. So I think I got it under control. I don't want it crawling up my arm. It was on its way up there, but I think I stopped it. So I've been exfoliating. Then I put some shea butter on it just to help it heal. But I do need something else on it to help the itching. We have Peace Angel 4192. She says Danny and Andre are so fun together, and that boozed up wedding was hilarious. But they are suited for but are they really suited for a long term thing? Right, particularly when she still wants Bill and he wants Ashley's ass. The podcast is a great idea. Seasoned women need safe spaces to dialogue about things, like she says. Many are sort of left out of most discussions because few people expect vitality or interest in that area from them. Oh, okay. I like to remind folks of what my 92-year-old uncle told me once. I may be old, but shit ain't cold. So yeah, bring the I love that. Bring the podcast, sis. I know it'll be amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Peace. I appreciate that. I like your uncle, honey. I might be old, baby, but my shit ain't cold. I love that. I love those old sayings. I love learning from older people. I swear I do. They give you the tea. If they don't give you nothing else, they give you the tea. Like my mama really, when I was younger, she tried to really shield me from a lot of things. So a lot of things I learned on my own. Like I told you about my when I was little, she didn't tell me nothing about, starting your cycle or nothing like that. So here I am, la 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 la. And I was like, I thought something else, but what she told me, I thought I cut myself. That's what I thought. I ain't know nothing. And then when she took me to get my when I was developing, and when you're a little girl, I don't know, men, close your ears. But when girls are developing, their chest hurt. Like if you have a little girl and she starts to develop breasts, it starts to hurt. It feels uncomfortable. So I would tell her, that it would feel uncomfortable, and so she would check. So she would feel a little knot. Baby, she took me to the doctor. My mama thought I was having breast cancer. It's not breast cancer is not funny, but when she felt the knots, that's what she thought it was, which was a smart thing to do. And the doctor said, Miss Such and Such, your daughter's developing, honey. She's developing, and probably in the next few months or so she's going to start developing her cycle. When I tell you my mama cried in that doctor's office, she cried, y'all. She cried. And this was when, a lot of kids have a lot of access to the internet. They know shit that I wouldn't even known at 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, So I think that it's the same thing when it comes to women. Like, we don't know about how we gray everywhere. There ain't nobody talking about that. About, your drive. Some people got the key, but they don't feel like getting behind that wheel, with their partner. They just don't want to do that no more. And it's good to have that space to talk about it. And there's some people like me that want shit every day. you know. So we'll see, we'll see. But I appreciate you. Mwah. Thank you so much, Peace. I mean, I think you're like the third or fourth one who said that. If it's something that I'm going to do, it probably won't be until the beginning of the year. But yeah, it's something I'm really going to be really thinking about. You know how us old black people be like, we got to pray about. I ain't praying about that. Either I'm gonna do it or not. Shit. Either I'm going to do it or not, because we do need a space that we can talk about things and learn things, because how we thought about and saw things when we were younger, because of our experiences throughout life, we don't think the same. I just don't think the same like I did when I was a little girl, or even when I was married. No, I just don't have the same thoughts. And what I try to do with my daughter is to try to teach her so much. My baby girl is well beyond her years. It was so great to celebrate her on was it yesterday, or September the 25th was Happy National Daughters Day. So I brag on her. She is so amazing. So people say if there was anything as such as a vibe, it would be her. It's because she's so amazing. And I'm so proud of everything that she's accomplishing. And she's had her struggles, and she's been able to fight through it. And I'm so proud of her. So I try to raise her differently. I even told my mom, I was like, look, I ain't holding a lot of stuff back like you did for me. I'm telling my daughter everything, and she feels comfortable in telling me everything. Sometimes it's a lot, but she tells me. So yeah, I will definitely think about that. Thank you so much, Peace. I appreciate you, boo. We got Cynthia Juck, she says, yes, I agree. I used to watch one YouTuber that did reviews for Beyond the Gates, but she was way too serious. Okay, and I stopped watching that one. Okay, yeah, think I remember somebody saying that they some people are just on here just taking these characters too serious. They're just characters, honey. They just characters. They don't Half of them people don't know you. I know one person who knows me, but at the same time, I'm like, overall, that person doesn't know me, unless I tell them. But other than that, people getting up here and standing for people and fussing. I'm like, no, we're here to have some fun. Cross our legs, sit on this front porch, and have a good time. I ain't here to fuss with nobody about, why Doug is dead. That man, his name is Jason. Jason will be just fine. Jason probably got another gig somewhere. Jason, might come back as another character. Who knows? But he'll be all right. Jason will be just fine. Just fine. I promise you he will. Cynthia also says my kids are grown and we still y'all still go to the beach whenever we can because he still works outside the home. Okay, I got you. I got you. That's still good that y'all are able to do that, girl. So I'm happy to hear that sent. We got the real Reed. Hey, the real Reed. She says, "Hey, Shar, Joshua Michaela predicted the new rapture, honey. He's an African minister. Well, we see how that went, girl." Did y'all see that video? All them people in the African woods was it was so weird, and they was looking up and they saw the clouds split. It was just the clouds moving like they normally do. Clouds move, and they were just getting excited, thinking they was gonna be. That man got on that computer and offered an apology. Then they had another guy who said, "Well, I just knew it was this." He was doing this mathematical equation of with this out of Haggai, that, and number 153 and the 2000. I mean, he was just breaking stuff down. I'm like, nah, baby, we still here. What happened to those people, y'all, who sold all their shit? They said one of my friends said that people had Facebook groups they had started because they were giving away so many things, giving away houses, giving away money, giving away their car in the Facebook groups because they said that they felt that they wouldn't have needed it anymore. What the fuck they doing now? Y'all all right? I hope y'all are all right out there who's still here with us. I think that was so awful. I just think that was so awful. But hell. Cynthia says, I'm not allergic to anything. I used to get sinus infections bad, but I haven't had it in a while. Yeah, I don't. It depends on where I am. They call them hay fever when I was little, but I guess I grew out of it. But yeah, I understand that. I do. It could be real sucky. We got Book Diva. Hey, Book Diva. She says I really want Doug and Vanessa to work things out, girl. Girl, that ain't gonna happen, girl. I'm sure you've seen the episode by now. She says, side note, why isn't he going to a different casino or Vanessa have him banned? He's giving his money to his wife's side piece. Crazy, but Doug said he was a side piece. He felt like he was a side piece. For them to become the new and improved married couple with a vow renewal and both going to rehab. I want Joey offed and sent to prison. He has too much power and I can't stand his arrogance. I cannot stand it either, Book Diva. I really can't. I really can't. Still hoping Leslie faked sleeping with Ted. Me too. Perhaps there's a video or she essayed him. I hope that I don't like the fact of her doing that to him while he was drunk. That wasn't cool. Nicole finds out and presses charges against Leslie for which she goes to prison. Then she forgives Ted and then gets back together. Yeah, I need Martin to check both his husband and son. The way that they talked to him was so off-putting. The writers can write off any existence damn of Ashley and Derek. I know they be seeing this shit like, damn, y'all, all we just doing is showing up. They're Ben and Jen. I was like, I cannot believe their names are really like Ben and Jen. Derek is an asshole. Derek, I don't even know if I want Ashley with him because he's the way he talked to Jacob on Friday's episode, he's an asshole. He really is. He's an ass. Yeah, I don't like Derek. I thought I did. I don't even want him with Shanice. I don't like him at all. I really don't. I just don't like how the way he talked to Jacob. I just don't. Peace says it's been bugging me that Leslie may have taken advantage of Ted's inebriation. Yeah, ain't it awful? If she forced the issue while he was under the influence, it's definitely SA, right? Which would be interesting as a plot line, given that there are always jokes about women SAing men and boys as if it's okay. Correct. Example, a female teacher with a male student. I hope they revisit that storyline and clarify one way or another. You better say that piece. You better say that, my love. That is so true. Because there's nothing funny about it. There was nothing sexy about it. There was nothing right about it. There was nothing good about it. Especially if he didn't know what he was doing. Nothing. So that's why I'm so disappointed in her character. I saw that they're trying to make her good after she had that conversation with Anita last week, what she did for Peaches, I don't know this turn of hers, like how she gave girl her apartment, she gave Eva her apartment. Now she wants to move in Ava's old room. We all know why she's doing it because she want to be closer to Ted. But and then she wants Eva. Well, she didn't even tell Eva that her and Peaches are gonna be living together. I don't think that Peaches is sick. I honestly do not think that Peaches is sick whatsoever. I really don't. Nope, I don't. She probably said, "Let me find this bitch long enough so she can get us this money." Because the way she treated me, she owed me. So I don't believe that Peaches is sick. But thanks, Peace. I agree. I don't like that whole narrative of him possibly being essayed by her and nobody talks about it. He's telling everybody, look, I was drunk, she was there, whatever. I don't like that. San Anna 8516 says, I totally agree. I've said it's low key that man was intoxicated. Sure was. Leslie no Ted couldn't do anything but sleep. Right. Because that's what Eva told her. Like, I just sound tired, and he's just so drunk because of Nicole. And, she broke down to her exactly what the fuck was going on. And she went right down there and took advantage of his weakness. I don't like that shit. That wasn't cool. There was nothing right about that at all. I'm sorry. Nothing at all. Nothing. For her to be so desperate. She's so pretty. Why you gotta be so desperate for this man who don't want you? It's just sad. It's just sad. I don't like that. I hope that they can make her better, because I don't like this angle. She just seems desperate, not smart, reckless, and just cocky. And she's so smart, So I don't like that. Okay, so we're at episode 136 now. So now we're current with with Jacob holding up the damn fuzzy wuzzy handcuffs, which I thought was cute. I thought that was real cute of him doing that. He's like, you need to be wearing these, boo. Like, who? I'm like, who gonna wear them? You are. So I thought that was cute. We got Queen Z6K C2C. Hey, Queen. Queen says, this episode was fire to me, honey, because I love Joey, Vanessa, Doug. The chemistry is so hot. Marcel was back, which I loved, and I liked June and Ted and Naomi, Jacob scenes. Even Ashley Derek didn't tick me off today. Okay, yeah, I said, it was all right to me. It was all right, but of course I love Marcel, girl, and the Ted and June chemistry. I didn't see that shit coming at all. I did not see that at all. Cause she looked at him, she like, fuck this fine chocolate nigga standing in front of me. Ow, hey you, hey you, I was like, okay, Leslie got some competition, honey. Cause Nicole don't want his ass. So yeah, I'm ready to see how that's gonna work out, and because that's her children's grandpappy, how's that gonna work? So we have Elizabeth Lassiter. She says, "Auntie, what the hell is going on? By the way, with June and Ted, right? Whole time I'm watching this, saying, no, hell no." June, you don't want Ted, and Ted, I know you got a thing for waitress, right? Okay, cause that's how you met Dana, Leslie, Anya, Sherry, crazy's ass, but leave your grandbabies by your mammy alone. You better say that, Elizabeth. She says Doug about of here all because he can't get himself together, running his mouth and gambling dead, honey. Derek's ass almost got caught reaching down for that damn ring. He needed to get caught with his lying ass, but not before Ashley finds out about DeAndre and married a man now. It's a married man now. Yeah, I mean, Doug was running his mouth. That's why I was saying on the next episode that I feel like Joey got rid of him not because he felt that he was in the way of getting to Vanessa, but Doug was around there saying, I'm finna snitch. I'm going to meet with Jacob. I'm finna tell it all. I know where the bodies are buried. I know that he was trying to kill somebody because my best friend told me about it. I know Vanessa is fixing the books and laundering. I know all this shit. I'm finna snitch. I'm gonna tell everybody. And the worst thing that Doug did was go and tell Bill about that shit. If truth be told, if truth be fucking told, it was Bill's fault. I know y'all like, girl, no, it's Marcel. No, it's Bill's fault. because Doug came over there to talk to Bill to try to see what he could do about, making sure that Joey gets put in jail for a long time. Bill was like, "Shit, we ain't doing that." He told Joey, like, "You're more valuable to me than some guy. I went to some heart doctor. Like, I don't know him like that." But then, with Doug's point of view, when he was talking to Randy, he's like, "Yeah, me and Bill went to college." Bill was like, "I don't know him, that nigga. I don't know him." So, in my opinion, it was Bill's fault that Doug is not here anymore. Yeah, because Bill has a lot of shit tied into Joey. That I don't even know. Do we even know what they've been, what their links are? It's something I don't know. Oh, Michael Parms. Hey, Michael. He says Vanessa is a common garden tool. Very much so, and everybody in town knew about it. Everybody, honey, everybody knew about her cat. And I ain't talking about Richardson. Talk about the meow between her thighs. Everybody knew. Lightning Storm. Hey, Lightning, says he whipped out those handcuffs, and I knew when I pulled up YouTube, I see that thumbnail. Auntie didn't disappoint. You know me, Lightning Boo. You know me. You know I was going to say, damn, I'm looking at this whole fucking show, and I just don't see nothing that pops. Nothing popped, boo. Nothing popped. Until that nigga said, ha, yeah, you found your ring, okay? I mean, you found that, okay? So now I need for you to put something on. Oh, mommy, what you ain't put on? I mean, you ain't had these on in a long time. Like, what y'all been doing with that? I mean, we know next week, honey, what they been doing with them handcuffs, boo. Yeah, he done impregnated her, and that's gonna be it. That's what my chat boo said. He said that Jacob and Naomi was going to go through a really horrible situation. And it's the baby thing, because Naomi don't want no children. Jacob does, but she doesn't. We have Patrica. I keep saying Patricia. Patrica Presley, 3696. Hey, Patrica says Martin went to visit his father shortly after moving into the hotel. I have not missed any episodes. Right, right. Love the show. Okay, thank you. But that's a long time, Patrica. I haven't missed any either. I just can remember, but I'm like, yeah, that's a long damn time, Patrica. That's a long time that he's seen his pappy. Or that the only person that he's really trying to be close with is Eva. And I don't like that. He had a whole life before Eva's ass, came to town. So I think that he got to do better when it comes to his relationship with all his kids. We got Curly K7041. Hey, Curly. She says if Ted would check in on his family once once every once in a while, he would know that his grandchildren met their biological mom, June, and he would not be having this interesting exchange with her at dinner. I'm hoping it ends there. I hope so too, but I don't know, girl. I I don't know. I know that she was looking at him a certain way. I think he just wanted to talk to somebody, and she was there. I don't know if she's gonna change them eyes, baby, because them eyes was locked in on him, even when he walked out. Even knowing the fact that he was married, she sure did. She's like, oh, I mean, hey, So I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming at all. And I tell you, I didn't see that shit coming. He might be coming to Orphe Jeans more and more. If he does, then we know why. We have Angelica W40. Angelica says June turned around and saw Ted, and her heart skipped a beat. I think these two are going to be a hookup. Remember, he met Leslie at a diner too, right? That's his thing. Whenever him and damn Nicole have their little issues and shit, he go to the diner and he puts the charm on. And then he tell that old girl, what you doing? What you doing? Yeah, just all Casanova. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. She also says maybe he just got a thing for waitresses. Something to think about. But then I think that June will be a match for Leslie, because if he hooks up with June, Leslie is going to shit rocks. Girl, you ain't lying. That girl ain't gonna like that shit. Hopefully she don't try to kill June, because June from them streets. I'ma talk like we in Miami, them streets. A lot of people from Miami, they say Skreets. I used to be married to a man from Miami. So yeah, and I see a lot of people that I follow on YouTube, whenever they say screet or scray, it's SK. June is from them streets, just got fresh from the streets. So she don't want to fuck with Leslie. You know what I'm saying? We got Richard Campbell. Richard Campbell again. Richard Campbell. Don't be over here spamming by saying great show. If you ain't got more to say great show, baby, I'll read it. But you got to say more, honey, because I don't know if you're watching or not. Okay? We need details, and don't copy anybody's stuff. I need to know if you're watching. So because you're not gonna be coming over here talking about great show, great show, great show, A, great show, great show, great show, A. We know it's a great show, but what makes it great for you? Okay, Richard? All right. We got James, our resident gentleman. He says, Dr. Doug's story is a true Greek tragedy written by two. I ain't gonna say it again. He rose from humble beginnings. This is his eulogy. He he rose from humble beginnings to become a world-renowned cardiac surgeon, but he was cursed with an illness and poor decision making in his personal life. His illness was gambling. His biggest mistake was wife in a bow-legged cowboy blonde Barbie who couldn't keep her legs together because she didn't want to keep her legs together. It looks as if one of my favorite characters on the show won't be with us by Friday. Well, we already see what happens. I'm holding out to a slim thread of hope for Dr. Doug. Now you don't even call him down bad, Dr. Dougie. But I know it's all in vain. If Dr. Doug dies, I'll be getting a holt of these Kit Kat breaks, bros, and have those four big MFers standing guard while I'm taking my Kit Kat break from this show. You did take a Kit Kat break because I remember seeing you say that. I'll always be around, but won't be making no word sounds. Be good rascals. The resident gentleman will be watching rascally asses the way Santa Claus watches the naughty, nice children. So you better be good for goodness sake. James, your ass better not be leaving me, James. You better not leave me. Look, my daddy already gone, James. You can't be leaving me, James, now. Shit, you locked in. All right? All right now. We got Cynthia. She says, me too, Shaw. I always have food on my shirt. Dropping sauces, and my husband is like, you all right in there, Miss Butterfingers? I drop everything. Angelica says, me too. I need a bib every time I eat. Ain't that something? I mean, it's like, girl, come over here and talk to me, because I'm going to drop something every single. I ate something right before I got on this audio, drop right on the floor. And it be little pieces, and it's always the best piece. Always the best piece, honey. And I'm like, why? I guess that's my ritual. I guess. I don't know, girl. We have Miss Welder. She says, and June just looked absolutely beautiful today. She sure did. She looks so pretty. Miss Welder also says, did anybody notice Naomi had her rings on when they were talking to Marcel? She didn't go to the bathroom. They left. So that didn't make sense to me. Angelica says, poor directing. I noticed that, but the director should have said so. Okay. Because remember that part jumped off. It was interrupted by damn JD being in town. So I didn't even notice if she had her rings on or whatever. So I didn't notice that, girl. I was so mad that damn JD had interrupted our show. Shit. Came here talking some bullshit. Okay, so yeah. The publicist, she says, no Danny and Andre this episode. I miss them. Oh, I know, right? I was hoping that they would pick them back up. The publicist also says Jacob is freaky, honey. I love it. It would have been even more better if he acted like she was in trouble for losing her rings. I mean, and then pulled out the cuffs, right? I mean, you right, the publicist girl. You right, girl. We got Cynthia. She says, Ted has only been in Orphe Jeans once, as far as I can remember. Okay, well, he gonna be there more than once, baby. He gonna be in there way more than once. I have a feeling. We got Miss Pearly Cole. Hey, Miss Pearly. She says Ted saw that body, yaddy June had going on. Did she have some body, girl? She says I am thrilled. Dana Leslie would go crazy, and Nicole won't be happy either. That girl got body. Don't she, Miss Pearly? James says, damn it. And I said earlier that the writers had better keep couldn't keep Leslie out of his bed. Ted away from Dr. Doug's women. The rascally resident gentleman was mad as hell when he saw Leslie's toy walk into Orphy Jeans instead of Dr. Doug. Yeah. Dr. Doug was there, but he made a beeline to damn Randy. That was a couple of episodes ago. So they never crossed paths until the time they did the heart thing. That was it. P says, James, when I saw Ted and June sly eyeing each other, I thought of you. James. She said it's not happening for poor Dr. Doug, who appears to have an appointment to sleep with the fishes. I thought about him too. I thought about him too, Peace. Oh, James got his paragraph, baby. He says, Peace, I'm still clinging to the Randy to the rescue scenario. But as Marcel is still alive when Jacob calls Vanessa, is not looking good for Dr. Doug. His last words to his ho 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 so-called wife was that she belonged with that gangster. Hopefully she'll come to regret betraying her flawed but faithful husband because criminality gave her her O's. Okay. June deserved Doug, not Ted of all people. The Beyond the Gates writers ruined an inspirational black male couple. They owe black male viewers three more like Dr. Doug to take his place. I won't know until Little Sis does a recap. I ain't watching the show until they do better. My Vegas Raiders need me more than the Beyond the Gates does. P.S. June and Ted have a Saints and Sinners connection, I believe. Oh, they do. And Raisin 36. I don't ever remember seeing you, Raisin. Thank you so much, Raisin. Thank you for coming by, my love. I don't remember ever seeing you, so please don't let this be the first or the last time you say anything on this channel, my love. Says yes, Christy and Miles, so they do know each other. Okay, so it okay. That's interesting, Raisin and James. Thank y'all. Cynthia says, Auntie girl, you ain't missed much with your interruption. Yeah, that damn JD coming over here. Coming to a city that's outside of my city. And well, he came by. Nigga, so? Y'all gonna talk about it on the 5 o'clock news anyway? Fuck. Shit. And they did. And I still don't know what he was talking about. So yeah. Cynthia says, James might be right, y'all, about Doug. Marcel taking out the trash. Yeah, he did. My thing is like, I don't like that black on black crime. I don't like that. But Marcel don't give a fuck. He gonna do it. As long as you pay him his coin. Oh, that's a job he has to complete. I'm like, damn, Marcel, damn. James says, hey, Sin. Hey, now, Sin, you are a little dyslexic with that there, what you said. You've got it mixed up, sis. It's the trash taken out, Dr. Doug. A flawed but a beautiful husband and damn good man. Yeah. Angelica says, bye-bye, Doug. Marcel drugged his idiot ass and he didn't even know it, right? Why would he let Marcel get him a drink? Doug is a damn fool. He couldn't keep his mouth shut, so now they're going to shut him up for good. And Vanessa is going to lose her mind and her business because she definitely is in bed with the devil and there's no place for her to go but down, down, down. James says Angelica, but it's not as if Doug didn't try to save his wife. I mean, Vanessa rejected Doug's offer to get away, but she readily accepted the devil's offer to get away. Right, I didn't like that. So maybe Dr. Doug couldn't keep his mouth shut, but it wasn't his fault. His wife couldn't keep her legs shut. Ooh, Dr. Doug wasn't an idiot. Dr. Doug was sick. Addictions are a chemical imbalance of the brain that is difficult to treat. So Dr. Doug sought help from Nicole for his addiction. Vanasti kept happily spreading her legs and enjoying her addiction, and it ultimately led her to her husband's death. Vanasti has no right to mourn Dr. Doug, and she deserves whatever torment the devil visits upon her. Damn. And now, as I leave you rascals for a while, I'm going to honor myself with her. You better say that, James. I'm going far, and we'll be back when Beyond the Gates does better. Okay, I understand, James. I really do. I understand. But you better not go for long, James. Thank you for giving me the view, though. I really love it. I really do. They like I said, I think that they're going to be adding like 10 characters on there. We clearly see that this Donnell, honey, Donnell, McBride. Oh, he finna cuss out Joey. That might just be what you need to hear. That young black mixed boy gonna make sure that he gonna cuss out the fuck Joey out. He really is. So he ready. We got Cynthia. She says, I knew Derek was going to end up dropping that ring. He played it off when Ashley came back. Yeah, it was so phony. That was the most phoniest move. Angelica says, Ashley is a new nurse, become a seasoned nurse, would already know that he has feelings. Just the way he's moving from one place to the next. But Ashley is not on is not only a dingbat snowbunny, but she's also very green when it comes to nursing. She still is. Don't she think she know how to do is damn deliver babies? That's it, girl. That is all. June and Ted had an interesting conversation. Yes, they did. Scent, they sure did. Scent also says, y'all, they finally took the moldy pork loin off the menu now. Let's see how long the chicken fried steak and the Chesapeake omelet stays up there. Right. Blaze Network says, I'm ready for Kat and Jacob to hook up, and him and Naomi need some good drama. You think so? I think that Kat is going to. They did say that Kat's brother is going to. Well, that Jacob's brother is going to find a really good connection with one of the main characters, and I think it's going to be Kat. You think so? Queen says anyone but Tomas for Kat. Y'all don't. Yeah, I don't like him with her either. Raisin says leave Twinkle Toes Tomas alone. NM says ditto. Y'all better talk. Go ahead, y'all. Blaze says, Char, did you ever get a chance to listen to Beyonce I'd Rather Be With You version? Oh, no, from her first album. It's a remake of Boosie Collins. No, but she rewrote it. No, I need to listen to that. NM says, I agree. That shit is the bomb. Okay. Blaze says, fire. My mom love it, and she normally hates remakes. Okay, I'm going to pull that shit up right after I do this. Thank you, Blaze. I'm definitely going to pull it up. Cynthia says your boo was on the screen today. He really was. He was there on the duty, honey. He was there to do his cop duty, unfortunately. And Cynthia also says Doug has been the side piece for a long time. Yeah, he even said, he knows about. He says he knew about Vanessa's habits. It's like that's what you call it, a habit. Okay, he said, but something about this one dealing with he called it like a basement gangster. Something about this man was different, and that's why he felt very bad about this relationship, business partnership that she had with Joey. Because but we said basement bad guy or something like that. So yeah. So we are up on episode number 137, where I have the RIP to Dr. Dougie. We have Raquel Batson, 3260. Hey Raquel, what's going on, boo? I miss you. She says the dream killer. She is so bitter and hater. Ain't Nicole like that? That's Nicole, honey. Raquel also says slice bananas. Slice bananas into a frosted flakes. Danny is a savage, ain't she? Ooh, ooh. When she said that shit, I was like, oh my God. Did you really say that? Oh, my hand is itching. I'm getting some money. Ooh. Keep on itching, baby. That left hand be itching. She itching good. Raquel says, wow, Bill was really feeling himself. He got his ego crushed, and Haley was so happy to do it. That's why I chose the picture of her smiling and then he's looking at the phone. That's why I chose. He had a nerve to talk about Danny getting somebody younger and that she should be mindful of how the girls think about her decision. When your ass wasn't mindful back in February and March, when your ass wanted to marry your daughter's best friend, you didn't give a fuck about them girls. You didn't give a fuck about them, especially Naomi. That was your daughter's best friend. And you fucked her and you married her. And you got a nerve to talk about Danny that you made a decision. You ain't even give thought about how your girls would think. Cause you didn't give a fuck about what. Oh my God, he pissed me off so bad. Oh, he pissed me off so bad. Raquel also says if hotter than fish grease was a person, it would be Bill. That man was furious when he found out about Danny and Andre. Danny and Andre still hilarious, honey. I wish they would have showed us the build up to the accident. Me too. We saw Marcel talking to Doug, Doug talking to Vanessa, and now he's gone. Beyond the gates, honey. We need more, baby, of the lead up, right? Raquel, Raquel, you better say that. She also says Doug is gone. Joey is low down, dirty dog, but nasty. Got his nuts in a stronghold. I do feel sorry for Vanessa. Maybe now we will see the kids. R.I.P. to Dr. Doug. Yeah, it's sad. Pearlie says if Doug isn't alive, he should come back as a gangster. He should take Joey down. Isn't that something? I hope he do, girl. I really do hope he do, Miss Pearlie. We got Elizabeth Lassiter says, Auntie, James called it. Now I think he's on hiatus right now, so he might be reading, but he ain't gonna say shit. James called it. Dougie gone. Did he call it? He called that thing back in July. In my Florida Evans voice, damn, damn, damn. I hope the actor that played Doug is on another project. So I'm kind of feeling some kind of way when it comes to Anita, Vernon, and Nicole's reaction to Danny marrying Andre. They're making it seem like Danny is always causing problems. Right. I like that Andre stood up for Danny like a good partner to the point Nicole had to say he was doing a better job as a husband than Uncle Ted. I get the tabloids will poke fun of a Vegas wedding with Anita lookalike, but Danny and Andre is grown, honey. But the look on Bill's face when he found out about Danny's marriage, mwah, priceless. That's when I said that months ago. I was like, yes, yes. I said when we found out when Danny has moved on to somebody and Bill finds out he is going to like shit bricks, and he did right on scene number one, episode 137. It was yummy to watch. It sure was. We got Teach Jazz 217. Hey, Teach Jazz. She said yes. And Marcel and Leslie hookup will be off the chain. I hope so. But he's so married. He's so committed to that damn boat. But she was looking cute in her little dress at the hotel on Friday. She was looking real cute. We got Teacher Jack. She also says a whole lot of drunkenness going down on Beyond the Gates. Right. Drunk Ted sleeping with Leslie Dana. So stupid. Drunk Andre and Danny getting married in Vegas. So funny. Tomas needs to get, Tomas needs to get on the drunk wagon to drown his lovely cat sorrow. So pitiful. And finally, poor drunk Doug dying in a car crash. So sad. I think he was poisoned though. I think he was drugged. I'm sorry, drugged. He was drunk, of course, but I think that when Marcel had told the bartender to make Doug another glass, I think that it was laced with something. That's why again he was saying, "Hey, that's all my money. That's my money. You can't take it." Marcel said, "Nigga, where you going, motherfucker? Shit, you ain't gonna need none of this money." But that's so dirty. He finally was able to have that final win that he'd been wanting all these months to then, what is it, hit a ravine. Oh no. He drove past, hit a tree, swerved, hit a ravine, fell in a ravine, car blew up. I'm like, y'all niggas was waiting to make sure that nigga wasn't coming back. Damn. That right before I read all of the stuff, all that shit that happened, I was like, God dog, y'all was really trying to take that man out. And all she wanted to know, what did Doug suffer? Girl, no, you think? You dummy. Ooh, Jasmine Williams. Hey, Jasmine, she says something about that flask. Yeah, something about that last glass that Marcel gave him. And again, like the scene, Doug it was fuzzy. It wasn't just drunk; it was fuzzy. Cause there's a difference, and they made sure that we looked at Marcel through Doug's eyes. That what we saw was a drugging. That was not a drunk. That man was drugged. He really was. Jasmine also says Vanassi should go cold and dark after Dougie's death. She's super smart and knows Timu Tony Soprano is behind it. She does. Her soul knows it. Her newfound darkness pulls him in even more like a real black widow. Ooh, wow. She might change. If you got that type of pussy that you got your side piece killing your husband. So he can girl, yeah. I mean that part, girl. That part. I mean. Um She also says, trust and believe. Dougie ain't dead. I think Randy returned the previous life-saving favor, but Doug will need a new face. I hope that's true. I really do hope that that's true. I really, really do. That because we haven't seen Randy at all, and Randy is the type that will definitely pop in. He likes to disappear and leave. Because we thought he was dead and he came back. So yeah, but I don't know. Marcel ain't that sloppy. Marcel is not that sloppy. But I do hope that Doug did write something down, like a last will or a confession or something, and had that shit sent to Jacob, so they can use that against Joey and against Marcel eventually. Because if Joey going down, Marcel is too. Promise you that. Bill will be protected, but they both going down. Crystal says, "Hey Shar, when Haley told Bill she'd see him at the office later, I don't think the writers were being inconsistent." Okay, earlier she had said to Caroline that she would be working from home this morning. Okay, she did. She must have planned to go into the office later that day, but she needs to keep her ass in the office getting some work done so she can stop sitting around worried about Bill and Danny. Thank you, Crystal. Mwah. As always, my love. You're my crystal clear boo. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Yeah, she did say that. I remember she saying that, but thank you, my love. We got Miss Welder 69 says, yes, definitely easier for a man to move on. Okay, okay. Unfortunately, for most of us women, it's easier for us to move on if there's somebody else to move on with. You are absolutely 100,000% correct, Miss Welder. If they like they tell us women, in order for you to get over somebody, you got to get under somebody. So that's why it's easy for women to move on if you have somebody already waiting for you. But when it comes to a man, they don't need nobody because we outnumber them. Statistically, we outnumber men, and they will find somebody like that. Now, they might not show that they miss that person, but they know how to get somebody really quick. So thank you, Miss Welder. Thank you. Book Diva says, dang it, James was right. James, undo it, baby. Bring back out Dougie. Put the Grim Reaper on Joey's ass. Girl, yeah, he gone, girl. He gone. I even stole his little damn Instagram just to put it on there to show y'all. Everybody's like, what? Clapping for his ass. Yeah, good job, boo. We gonna miss you. Even you can hear Vanessa's voice says, I love your husband. Love your husband. So yeah, girl, Dougie gone. Dr. Dougie is gone. Miss Pearly Cole says, what if Dougie was thrown from the car and ends up with amnesia? Ooh. But did they find a body? It's apparent they're not recovering a body, just items. Ooh, that Vanessa can identify. This leaves it open for Dougie to resurface at some point. I like that. We're gonna remember this day. Miss Pearly, if that happens, we will remember this day, honey. Thank you, Miss Pearly. I like that. Angelica says, I don't drink, but I just was wondering, is it possible for Dan and Andre to get so drunk that they couldn't remember getting married, but it's not okay for Ted to get so drunk that he slept with his manipulating piece of side, piece of shit side. Ooh, that's a good one, Angelica. I like that. That's real good, girl. Okay, James. Okay, he says the last look in on my rascals before I take my Kit Kat break. I happened on posts by head writer and castmates of Jason Graham. That's Jason, the one who played Dr. Doug McBride, congratulating this amazing actor and bidding him a farewell as he leaves the show for good. Michelle Van John posted, I'm a horrible person. I agree. Yep. Happy feelings spread it all over the world. You know how we do, rascals. We do. And we're going to miss you, my love. Jasmine says that character is coming back with a new face. I feel it. He will take Tony Soprano down and might be the one firing the fatal blow to Vanessa, who I believe will go dark. Yeah, that's a good concept. I really, really thank you for saying that. Let's see. So, Miss Welder says, I'm thinking that Caroline has something to do with Randy. That's how Haley knows him. You think so? Elaborate, girl. Elaborate. Elaborate, Miss Welder. That's a good thought, but tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more. If you know where that's from, let me know in the comments. We got Kel underscore S. Hey Kelly underscore S. Hey girl. She says maybe Doug isn't dad and it's a setup. I hope it is. I mean, they would have to really pay Marcel a really freaking large amount of money for him to have taken that instead of the Joey thing. That would be great if it's a whole fucking setup. It would be great. That I'm hoping, Kelly. I'm hoping, Kelly. But I don't think I've ever seen you before, Boo. But thank you for coming by, spreading your love, your words. Please don't let this be the first or last time, honey. You are here, okay? Michael Parms. Hey, Michael. He says, how low do you have to feel to find out your husband has been unalive while you're in bed with another man? You better say that, Michael. Oh, yeah, yeah. You better say that, honey. You better say that. We got Jasmine Williams, 5565. She says, Bill needs to go pour sour milk in his baby bride sippy cup, change her fucking pamper, wipe her snotty nose, and shut the fuck up. What's good for the goose is even better for the gander. Take that, you fixer. Facts, girl. Jasmine also says Bill is a hypocritical ass. He didn't give a damn about his family while he was cheating on Danny, which their daughter's bestie. Thank you. That's what I said earlier. Bill is hot garbage, just like Timo Soprano, Joy Soprano. I want better for Danny. Andre is a kid and nothing more than a confused, vanilla smitten, sexy placeholder. I hope that there is a tall, fine, slick new man on the horizon to whom Bill can't hold a damn candle. Fingers crossed, let that gnat have the trash in a Brioni suit. Ooh, Jasmine, I love it. She also says, could Bill have showed his arse even more, barging into Danny's crib, biatching about uh playing in playpens with toddlers? You did it first, Dick. Go home and cut up the hot dogs for the baby. Wait a minute. Oh Lord, I had to pause. She said, go home and cut up the hot dogs for the baby's teething. Stick a bottle in her face so she can shut the fuck up. I loathe gnats and mosquitoes. I adore Danny. Shade and all. She is such a messy, fun grown up. Not a child needing constant attention like a kid when you get on the phone. Like Danny says, score. That was the name of this episode. But I don't want this rotten rogue for my Danny. I also don't want her to use Andre for a sexy placeholder, but it's better than Andre's with rubber lips. I ain't heard rubber lips in a while. The Wonder Bread twins could just disappear. Girl, you better say it. Yeah, I don't like Danny. I mean, I like the chemistry that she has with Andre. They have a lot of fun, but I believe that Danny deserves better and she deserves more. So yeah, I agree, Jasmine. Jasmine also says Joey is worse than hot garbage for his slow targeting and destruction of dummy Dougie. Finasty is devastated and racked with guilt. Dougie might not be dead. He could come back with a new face. What's up with that flask and what's in it? Right, exactly. Jasmine also says the mosquito is done. Daddy is getting sick of this embryo with that damn hall runner on her head. Needs when she referred to Bill's children as his grown ass daughters. That was it. Coming between a man and his children is death to a relationship. Facts. Can't wait for Papa to sit that nasty, annoying, insipid little bug. Give her a seat. We got Crystal. Crystal Water says Jacob feels something is up. Right, he does. He always does, girl. You know that Jacob always had that look on his face. He told Vanessa there was a flask found in Doug's car. Remember, Doug told Vanessa he drinks only brown liquor. What if the flask has other than brown liquor in it and Vanessa tells that to Jacob? They will wonder if it's Doug's or planted in the car. Also, Marcel had him drugged. I agree. Has Doug ever done drugs? Vanessa would know. I hope Jacob keeps digging and doesn't listen to Marcel's old Old homicidal ass. Cause does Marcel drink white liquor? I'm trying to remember if that's what he's drank in the past. I don't know. I've already read Tay's message. He blessed me real good with the super thanks, a super chat. So thank you, Tay. Jasmine says, I felt sorry for our resident hot box. She was convincingly devastated, but I don't think he's quite dead. Ted may be doing some plastic surgery. Dougie will return super fine and blow Vanassi's mind, and she ain't gonna know what the fuck is gonna happen. We got Bryant Lee, 8567. Hey Bryant Lee, honey. Thank you for the hearts, boo. I see you, honey. I don't think you've ever said anything here before. But thank you so much for coming by and dropping these hearts, honey. I take all 5 of them, honey. I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna spread them out throughout the week. Please don't let this be the first or the last time you said something. I really appreciate you, honey, and thank you so much. We got Michael Parms, 8931 says, Shar, back in the old days, you would have made a great radio actor voice. Thank you, Michael. That's very kind of you, sir. That's very kind of you. And I did get your post on the picture. There's a picture that somebody made of the frosted flakes with bananas in it. That was so somebody said serve this to Haley. So I did get your picture, so thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Just Me 8201. Hey, Just Me, I ain't seen you in a long time, girl. Hey, Just Me says I'm scared, child. What is going to be Friday like? I had to hold and rock myself when he said Doug was there. Girl, I'm hopefully your girl, honey. I said the same. I wish that he could have stayed a little longer. Yeah, Lauren did that. Her crying felt real, didn't she? Oh my God. I kind of felt bad for her. I actually watched and didn't skip parts either. Such a good episode. Thank you, Just Me. Wente says, I can't believe I felt so bad for Vanasty. She played the fuck out of that part, didn't she? And Just Me agrees. She sure as fuck did. That girl, oh, I had to play some of her non-speaking part because it was just so fantastic. Now I see none of y'all ain't talking about that old part because it wasn't important, you know. But I was really, I was clutching my pearl. I was like, girl, when they start playing people moaning like that in daytime, you know, I don't remember that, girl. I was like, ooh, I'm me, girl. But she played it, girl. She played it. We got Lightning Storm. Lightning says, now about Doug, he says, I hope this isn't as obvious and simple as it seems. There are a lot of ways this can go. Let me put it on my speculation hat and hope that what this really is that Doug arranged this with Randy and Marcel to fake his death so that he can move more freely to take Joey down because he never told us his plan. He said he had a plan, but he never told us. Also, get Marcel out from under Joey's thumb eventually, too. Given the car allegedly caught on fire, that could be an out for them to say the body was unrecognizable and so not good proof it was him. And I remember it took him, like Randy kept trying to tell him don't trust Bill because I'm telling you, it was Bill's fault that this happened. Don't trust Bill. You know, he says, Lightning also says, let's ignore real world DNA and dental records and what's not. It's a soap. This could also either include Vanessa on the plan or not. I hope not because I want this to be Vanessa's supervillain origin story, where she suspects Joey and starts to work against him too, and eventually takes over his business. Then Doug comes back and they run it together because he wanted to run it with her. Wow, Santa Ana says, now you are definitely onto something. I'm with you on that. And I really do like this angle. Because Doug kept saying that he had a plan, but he never ever really said it. And we haven't seen Randy. So, you know, I don't know how Marcel would help. I think that I don't know, man. I think that somehow Randy got him out of there. I want to believe that Randy helped him get out of there so they could take Joey down because they needed to plan, like when it came to the laundering. I remember Bill said that That was, how do you know Vanessa got all these numbers and stuff? But they were trying to pin him on the murder of Kenneth, but they couldn't. Even Bill said, that's too much. That's out of my reach. I can't touch that. So they're going to have to prove that Joey was a part of this. It was because of him. Unless they find out that it's Marcel and that Marcel get to talking. That's the only way he'll be able to retire is if he turned Joey in. So, yeah. I mean, he'll retire in prison, but he ain't gonna retire with Sheila. Hell no. Oh, we got Michael Parms. He says, "Was Dougie really in that car?" Right. I don't know, man. That's a good thought. Lightning Storm says this episode kind of pissed me off a little bit too. Anita, Vernon, and Nicole were all the way out of line with Andre. Their holier than thou sanctimonious BS was unnecessary. Danny and Andre are full on adults, and even if they agreed it was a silly drunken mistake, it wasn't any of their family's place to act like that about it, right? As if their whole world came crashing down because of this. Those damn Duprees need to sit all the way down. Then Bill, while I understand the story of trying to be told here, the argument was stupid. How is he going to come in hot about Andre being half her age when he literally has done exactly the same damn thing? His claiming Chelsea is somehow affected rang hollow. It did. Thank you. Just Me says this, honey. I said the same thing. Glass houses, Bill. Glass houses. I like Daphne. But Nicole, they aren't kids, honey. They not kids. Jasmine says they are sickeningly sanctimonious and in the end of a bunch of toothless tigers who can't stop a cold. Good for Andre standing up for the D gang. Right. I was happy that he stood up for her. Very, very happy. Hold for just a second. All right, we have Jazzy Portraits 1. Hey, Jazzy says that line Danny gave Bill about Haley wanting for him to slice the bananas and her cornflakes had me tickled, right? I wonder if Doug has really passed. He could have escaped the car and will come back later with the revenge plan. It's the soaps, so anything's possible. Right. Santa says, Joy and Vanessa, watch out. Doug isn't dead. Maybe Ted will give him a new face. That will be amazing. And y'all know I'm going to be screaming and hollering if that's the case. Carolyn McWilson says, what if Doug comes back and gets Ted to do surgery on him? All of y'all saying the same thing. Cynthia's like, I thought the same thing, honey. Bill has the audacity to be pissed off at Danny. Cynthia also says, I have a feeling Marcel may have slipped up somewhere, somehow, and 21 questions. Jacob will be there finally to take him down. I hope so. Cynthia also says, Haley just gets on my last nerves. Like, that man was sitting there getting ready for work. And she asking, we haven't heard from Danny in a few. Girl, Danny minding her black ass life. Leave Danny alone. God dog it. Jasmine says, Cynthia absolutely loathed that Nat. We would have kicked her baby butt in school and choked her out with all that all runner, which means the actress is doing her job at sufficiently pissing me off. Yeah, she sure is. She's doing the fuck out of. She's playing the fuck out of that role. Santa was like, yeah, he will get Ted for the surgery. He needs to. Was Ted? Yeah, it was Ted on the Friday episode. I don't know. No, he wasn't. He wasn't. That would be great if he does. Because he has a loyalty. He definitely has a loyalty to Doug. So, but Bill was like, I don't know him. Yes, you do. You do know him. Stop it. All right. So the last episode we're talking about today is episode 138, which was Friday, which was all right. It was okay. But I was happy to see Mona and Jan, so that's why they are on my thumbnail. So we have Exotic Butterfly 220 says, looks like Eva and Andre wear each other's clothes. They do dress alike. Her white jacket resembles the brown leather shirt he wore earlier this week. Girl, you better say that. She also says, I hope Dr. Doug's demise is fake. Just a part of the plan Doug and Randy set up to take down Joey. Plot twist. That would be great. Jasmine says, yep, Bill set the ball in motion. Fake ratting Doug out, and Dougie is chillaxing on the Sheila. Ain't that something? That would be ooh. That will be something, because that will be the only thing that they can pin on Joey is a death. And then Vanessa, he really wants to protect Vanessa. Doug does. So it would be really great if they can pin his death on Joey, and then all this other stuff about the laundering comes out. Jasmine says, I'm normally not down for people using each other as Danny and Andre clearly are, but dumbass Andre deserves to be used like a dirty dish rag for continuing to beg them rubber lipped, anal retentive, sugar free vanilla milkshake to not settle for that milk toast meathead when his childish chain wearing ass is standing here. He better go on home, enjoy the beautiful roller coaster in the penthouse, and give us some afternoon eye candy before Danny slides back to Billy Goat. Ooh wee. Jasmine also says, I love JoJo and Cray Cray. Great villains. As for Double D Mosquito and the Milk Toast Twins, I think their script notes is be as absolutely annoying as possible. Make everybody throw up in their mouths every time you're on the screen. Mission accomplished. Jasmine also says, Timu, Tony Soprano trying to be down. Right? Ain't that some bullshit? Stop it. Stay in your sticky, sticky, stinky beer stained lane, JoJo. Yeah, I'm like, man, I was like, what the fuck? Why he trying to talk hip to damn Marcel? I was offended. Shit. Jasmine says, congrats on the run of the play. Thank you so much, Jasmine. She says, Raisin in the Sun is one of the best ones ever written by the amazing Lorraine Hansberry. Congratulations. It really does help to do these every day, even though I know it's a lot of work. There are a few creators out there that do it twice a week or once a week. And when it's filled and when they feel like it, and it's not the same, because half the stuff they're talking about we've already seen and discussed. So I know it's a grind to do it every day, but we love it. We really appreciate it, and we can't wait for the daily drop. This recap from Porch Chat are so entertaining. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you, sis. Thank you so much, Jasmine. That's why I wanted to be different. I wanted to stand out, and it's hard work. It is. Even look, I remember telling y'all when I was starting the rehearsals for the show, I still was able to do it daily, even if it was a day behind. I didn't want to go too far, but I wanted to make sure that I kept my word. That's one thing about me. I always try to be a woman of my word. So now that that's gone and calmed down, I'm gonna try to do it, real time like I was doing before, which was cool, except for when you got them doing the news breaks and shit. I ain't like that. But if not, I'll go back to my Paramount Plus. But either way, it's gonna be back to doing it daily. But thank you, Jasmine. That means so much. Thank you, my love. She also says, I'm really sick of Eva capping for her demon mama. I'm sick of the toothless tiger Dupree's being all talk and no action when it comes to Demon Dana. I don't care if she bangs loser all day or not. Joey is lower than the nastiest scum at the bottom of the cesspool. The actor that played Doug might be gone, but I think the character is coming back with a new face. I believe so too. The more you guys keep talking about it, the more I'm starting to believe that he'll be back. We won't know that it's him, but it eventually is going to be him, because he's going to start talking about all these memories. When he does reveal himself to Vanessa, she's going to, oh my God, take you back. Yeah, all of that. So yeah, I think it's going to be beautiful when they reunite. Santa Ana 8516 says, I wish Derek and Ashley and Andre's story play out. I'm so sick of them. We all know how it plays out. Andre pissed me off. Why in the world would the writers have Andre begging Ashley again? It's freaking sad. I can't take it. Just my opinion. And we value your opinion here, Santa Ana. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, you married the lady, and then you're going to say, "Hey, girl, it ain't what you think." Who gives a fuck? The girl was engaged to damn Derek before you got married to damn Daddy. So who cares? She sat there and act like she didn't give a fuck. So just be married. Goodness gracious. Peace Angel says, it must have been hella fun playing Wilhelmina Othello Johnson. It was. All the flowers to you for sharing your awesome talents, and to Lorraine Hansberry for the creative Harlem Renaissance spirit she was. I need to be convinced that Doug is dead, okay? Will he pop back up down the road and give Joey and Vanasty the business? Dang, just how long is Leslie's money? Right. She's doing the absolute most, and it ain't adding up. I agree with Peaches is not sick. She may have some She may have some get back for Leslie. Moving into the hotel is such a thirsty move, right? Come on, June. Dazzle Ted right out from under Leslie's nose. But watch out for her, that crazy girl on those motorcycles. Andre and Ashley's weak ass drama makes me want to barf. Yeah, girl. Kelly underscore S says this episode is the first time mentioning Jan as right, the housekeeper, right? Because I was like, "God, I didn't even know that Vanessa and Jan even knew each other, let alone that Jan worked for her." I was like, really? Because I was wondering what kind of work that Jan did, but is she the house? She oh Vanessa said that this is Jan Brown, whatever her name was. She works for us. So yeah, I thought that was weird. I thought that was weird. Kelly also says, "A Raisin in the Sun. I love the play. Congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Kelly." We have Miss Welder. She says, "It is so hard to feel bad bad for Vanasty. She really had Jan go get her ring. Right. That's what it was. You right. Not the wallet, but the ring. She didn't even put it on at the hotel after she found out about Doug. Can't feel bad for her. Thank you, Miss Welder. Thank you. That is so true." Jay High 547. Thank you. Hey, Jade says, "Congratulations on your play." Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. I'm sad to see the actor playing Doug killed off. Ashley and Derek are both hot mess. I want to know the amount of money. Right, Leslie inherited because she's doing a lot of spending, hiring lawyers, but no talk of investing some of that money to grow her new money with wealth. Right. That like Bill said before, she's new money, so she's gonna go through it. She is. She ain't gonna have shit left. And she better not take her ass. She better not take her ass over there to Anita with that sad story. "Oh, you know you want to help out Barbara's daughters. I mean Barbara's legacy. It's because of you that she's not here." Oh, she better not do that. Because of your ass that Barbara's not here. I know that you want to help. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so mad if that damn Anita give that girl more money because of the guilt that she got for Barbara. I'm gonna be fucking mad. I am. We got Tayson 215 says, you're right about Nicole's baggage. Were her eyes real heavy? I was like, what's going on with you, Nicole? You been crying? God dog it. Ooh, she ain't been getting no sleep. Tayson also says, "Did anyone else watch next week's previews?" Yep. If so, the guy was confronting Joey Armstrong, had a spray of spit fly out of his mouth. I was surprised that production didn't reshoot that. Well, you know what? He should have spit and jammed Joey's fucking face. He should have spit right in his face. Maybe that was meant to be. Shit. But thank you, Tayson. We got Sent. She says, "Yeah, I agree. I think Marcel will be next." Possibly. I think so too. I think I said that. Sent also says, "This math isn't mathing with Leslie. She gives Ted 50K back, doubles what she paid on the house, gave Peaches some money. I mean, how much? And got Eva her apartment. Bought some more wigs. Is just ludicrous, right? It doesn't make sense." Miss Welder's like, "Right, I thought the same thing. I thought she got $1 million. These days, a million doesn't go that far. Girl, give me $1 million. I'll make it stretch." Shit. Santa Ana says, "Leslie must be Jeff Bezos rich. She's making Beyond the Gates community look poor and middle class." Right. She's the only rich person who can purchase and do anything. Shaking my damn head. You ain't lying, Santa Ana. Rhonda SMH 1879. Hey Rhonda, how you doing, boo? Says Miss Welder, especially when taxes are taken out. Right, exactly. Sandra McFarlane. Hey Sandra says, "Right, they acting like she has more money than all the Duprees put together. Definitely not adding up right." We got Miss Pearly Cole. She says, "Ted should have been out of that hotel. If Dana moves in, he should have moved out immediately. He needs to move out. I hope he start pursuing June." Me too. Dana wouldn't have a chance with that type of competition. Facts, tiny facts. Cynthia says, "The look on Ashley's face when she heard about Andre was married. That's why I put her on the video. Because I didn't know if she heard Mona say it. but the timing was perfect. So I was like, yes. Okay, so Pearlie, Miss Cole, she is definitely in the medical industry. So she says, HIPAA still applies after death. Really? Unless it's an official reason. So Nicole is right not to disclose anything to Vanessa. Wow. I did not know that. Thank you, Miss Pearlie. I did not know that. I didn't know that. But thank you for schooling me on that. Thank you, my love. Cynthia says, oh, congratulations on your play. Thank you so much, Cent. I really appreciate you, girl. Pearlie also says, I doubt Dougie is in the hereafter. He's going to resurface eventually. Everybody says that. I'm starting to believe that too. We got Janice Ty. She says, Vanessa played the shit out of that grieving widow role, didn't she? But with that community, honey, I felt bad, but I was really mad at her. This gave me all of the emotions. Right, girl. Right. Janice also says, girl, I'm over here crying over Doug's death. I know. It was sad. Pearlie says, I cried too. Vanessa played that grieving widow perfectly. She did. She really did. Ms. Welder says, me too. I didn't even like him. Right. Janice Ty says, I ain't like his ass either. Y'all are too cute. I love y'all. Janice also says, congratulations on your play. Thank you so much, Janice. I really do appreciate that, boo. Thank you so much. And Miss Brown, hey Miss Brown, she back, honey. Miss Brown says, congratulations to you on your play, A Raisin in the Sun. Thank you so much, my love. I appreciate you. And I do believe those are all of the comments from this week. Whoo! I think that our resident gentleman is going to take a break. It's football season. He's right in the thick of it, so I don't think he's going to be saying much. He said he's going to be listening to my voices. So I gotta make sure I take it up another notch, baby. If I could do noises and stuff and adding sound effects, I'll be the bomb. I ain't doing all that, girl. But yes, y'all, this was a great week. I hate that they killed off the character of Dougie. Jason, he will have a great career. Hopefully he's out there working. He has another gig. I do hope that they do bring back him with another face after Joey's gone, because he did have that plan. He kept telling Randy that he had a plan. When he went to Bill, he thought that he trusted Bill, but um I think that Doug knew that when Marcel showed up, because y'all know that whenever Marcel shows up, this now that I'm thinking about it. Remember when Marcel showed up to take Randy, and when Vanessa and Dougie came to rescue him, because whenever we know that when Randy comes, when Marcel shows up, he's there to commit a crime. He's there to kill. So they made Randy leave town. I think Dougie knew. I think he was drunk, but I think when it was time for him to drink or whatever, that last bit, I don't know if he drank it. He might have done it, and Randy was going to help him get out of that fucking car. I think Marcel was sloppy. I think whatever car they might have, maybe Randy was hiding in Doug's car as the car was going out, and then they both fell out of the car together, and he made sure that he took Randy took Doug to a place to get him well. His face was fucked up. They probably called Ted, and Ted, that might be that might be the thing that's going to bring that damn Nicole back to Ted, by him helping, because Ted did Kenny like that to the motherfucker. He didn't like, he loved Doug. Remember they had that little argument in his office. So maybe Randy was hiding in Doug's car, um and then when damn Marcel did all that shit to his brakes and shit, Randy got Doug out of the car, dragged him to Allison's house in that cabin, took him to that cabin, called Ted to make sure Ted got him right, and he's gonna get him back. That could be it. That could be it. Because we didn't see Randy. We all know, and I don't think that damn he was like, look, if I'm poisoned or whatever. Maybe he did drink a little bit of that poison. That's why he was real loopy. But I feel like Randy was in that fucking car, and because it was his car. It was definitely it was Doug's car that got. And if they found a body, Randy don't mind killing people, or they could have gotten a cadaver or something like that. It shit. Doug is a doctor. They could have gotten a dead cadaver out the hospital, put it in its place if they had to find a body and put that in the place of the damn thing. And that's why they can only find items. But I feel like Randy rode there with him, and when they saw, because remember when they saw Marcel come, I think that it was just a big setup. I really feel like Doug is so smart. He got to be smarter than Joey. Joey had that got that pussy wrapped around him. He couldn't think straight, and everybody sees that. Even Marcel was like, "So wait a minute. So you in love? And wait a minute now. Did she talk you into doing this?" He was like, "No, she don't know nothing about it." Well, damn, you whipped. So he is. He let that woman get to him. So that's my prediction. Y'all know I'd be wrong, but I'm hoping that this man is alive. He'll be back in another year. Randy was in the car. They know that when Marcel came, that Marcel was there to do something. And when he got him in the car, he probably drove it, put Doug's body in the back. Randy was back there when he wanted to have it hit all this stuff. Randy got out of the car. They rolled out somewhere, and Randy dragged his body into one of them, Allison's grandmother's cabin, healed him, got him back, and that's how they gonna come. Because remember, he always says that Randy is his ride or die. Randy is his nigga. Randy is his nigga from day one. That's his day one. So I think that's what happened. Now that I'm talking it out and seeing y'all, I think that's what happened. Y'all let me know your thoughts. This is an hour and a half video, and it's still early. I might sip me a little something again because I don't have to really go back. If I do have to go back tomorrow, which is Sunday, to help. They call it striking the set, meaning that we have to take all of the pieces down that we had on the set and help, and then I get my little check and I can come back, and I got to go back to work on Monday. So I thank God for my job. I'm not complaining. I love my job because it is an easy job, so easy. So that's it, y'all. I had a great week with y'all. Thank y'all again for y'all patience with me doing this show, even if I was a day late. I am starting to go back to the gym, maybe do my water aerobics and stuff at night so I can get back to my personal routine. And I really don't plan on doing any other shows until maybe next summer. Trying to People be wanting me to, somebody wanted me to do a show like in December, but I was like, no, I'm only doing 2 shows a year. So I'm already been approached about doing a show next year, but it's not until the summertime, and I have the script, so I'm going to go over the script, get familiar with the character that they want to cast me for, and see how that's going to work. So all right, when you're that good, I mean, just kidding. I'm all right. I'm a good actress. I'm serious about it. And when you see me, I like to, so you can see the character on the stage. That's what I want to do and make it memorable. So this particular show is really big and interesting. I never would have, they really are good about trying to use different ethnicities in the characters that we have here in my city, so and around in the surrounding areas. So they're trying their best to try to cast certain people and not let it be the norm, what you're used to seeing. So I'm excited about that, and as I get closer, I will let you guys know what the show is. So I think that's it. I really do think that's it. I still probably might send in an audition tape to the show. They do want people who are local, and I'm not local. I got a job, honey. I just can't be going and sitting around on a movie or TV set all day. I know somebody who's been on the show. I will say that. I know somebody who's been on the show, and they definitely have mentioned that it's long hours. Film is better. If I wanted to do something, I do probably will focus on film because I have a lot of friends who've done film on not T-Move. What is it? Tubi, Amazon. So I'm going to try to do film to see how that does. And then if it's time for me to do TV, I will do that. But that person told me the days are longer and they are not background people. This is a speaking person's role, and it's not Randy. So they told me it's long, and it kind of threw me back a little bit because that, of course, that was my goal, and it still is a goal, y'all. Don't get me twisted. I do want to be on the show, but I have to really take that serious because I don't like to be sitting around. And the way that they do their scripts, they told me that shit. They be learning this shit. I mean, and you've seen all of the audio. I mean, the videos on IG. They mention about like they might get their script on a Monday, and you might get called on a Thursday, and they won't tell you until Wednesday if you're called on Thursday or not. So you have to know your scripts. You have to know your lines. Like, and my mind ain't that quick yet. Now, if I'm forced to do it, I have to. But I still have a job. I'm not a full time actress, and I need benefits. I ain't got no husband. I mean, I have to depend on me to bring in the coins, and I just don't have it like that now. Maybe after next year, I still might, like I said, I still might send in an audition tape. You never know. Shit, I might do it. I'm very fearless when it comes to shit like that. But it's just that I just want to make sure that I'm doing it right and that I know that I'm ready for it. And talking to that person really gave me a whole new perspective. And I have another if situation popping up that might need my attention more now. So I'm gonna just think about it, be wise. Still act now. That's still part of my blood. That's still part of my blood. But pivoting into maybe TV, I'm just gonna wait about that. Wait on that because I still have a one woman show I need to work on as far as a play, stage play. Um, and then I want to do movies. I'm gonna really maybe tap into TV, but I'm not quite ready for that yet. But I'm still gonna send in my video. I mean, why not? I don't want to be sitting there like, I know that bitch. You could have did that, Shar. I could, see that and stuff, and maybe work with my job to see if they will help. See if they have any issues with me. At least being available, but not being as available. Because one thing about my job, it's unlimited PTO. Thank God. Thank the Lord. It's unlimited PTO. So we shall see. We shall see. But I am going to submit an audition. I really am. I'm definitely am. They normally do it around this time of year. And I've already taken my vacation too. So I'm like, damn, we'll see. We'll see. If it's meant to be, honey, God is gonna work it out. He will. He's gonna work it out. But I need to do my part too. I need to make sure I ain't chasing dreams that gonna have me behind on my damn bills. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I don't have nobody. It's just me. I mean, I got a man, he can step in and help me, but he got his house, I got mine. And then, I got children who might need for me to help them, so I'm like, I got to think about all of that. And my babies are so important to me. So, yeah, I got to think about all of that. Think about all of that. When they told me about that, like, it's long. It's longer. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Y'all might see me in the background. You never know. You never. If you see me, it probably won't be until way next year. But I might go for it and see. But they do require that you are living local, and I'm like, I gotta pay for housing. You gotta pay. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, y'all take it easy. I love y'all. I had to do that update because if y'all don't see me next year, then you know why. That housing thing threw me for a loop when they told me that. When they told me that, I was like, wow. So they really are locked into people who are local. So I know somebody who lives there that I've been working with, so I might can see if I can use his, address or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, love y'all. I'm just talking out loud, you know, just going through my thoughts. This is what I do on a daily basis. Love y'all so much and y'all take it easy. Please be safe out there. Continue to stay hydrated, okay? And I will see y'all in the next video, which will be on Monday, episode number 139. Bye.